Hello everyone, welcome back to our third Fireside Chat. It's been beautiful this time and this way to join with you and connect with you all around the world, and thank you for coming once again.
And if you haven't been with the first two Fireside Chats, this is our final one of the year here. The purpose of it was just to bring some inspiration and maybe a simple tool that you could use really quickly to kind of take back a little bit more control and find the joy in your life, even though the external world's in a crazy place. I'm sure, we call this winter when all these things seem to be happening all at once. And with COVID, it's been really intense. And so our first Fireside Chat, if you didn't see it, you might want to go back and watch it, is really about this theme of find the blessing. Because in everything, there's a blessing. Life is always happening for us. It looks like it's happening to us, but it's our job to find that empowering meaning. And even with all that's happened with COVID and all the racial injustice and imbalances, all the things that we've dealt with this year around the world, there still have been moments, and unless we find the good, what's wrong is always available, but so is what's right. And it's not about being positive thinking, it's about giving yourself a meaning that allows you to keep moving forward and take back control of your life. Because the way we take control is not the external world, it starts by taking control of our internal world. And so, even with families being separated, as hard as it's been, people passing, there's still been blessings. People have spent more time with each other, their loved ones. They've had a chance to learn new ways of learning and growing. Some people in business have figured out how to pivot in the most insane environment. And those skill sets and those abilities set you up for an even greater life, because we can only build on success, not on failure. So if you haven't watched that one, we hope you'll take the time to find some blessings in the middle of the challenges and in the pain, because that's what makes us as human beings be able to sustain and grow and not just survive, but thrive. Then our second one was saying, if you can find the blessing, now our job is to be the blessing. That is to be our best selves no matter what the environment is. Because if the only time you're in a great state and you're really happy and fulfilled is when everything goes your way, well, for most humans, that's not gonna happen all the time, or if everybody behaves the way you want. So the theme of that session is something we both live all the time. It's like holding yourself to a standard that says, it's not about me getting, it's about me giving. In a relationship, what makes a relationship deep and rich and beautiful is not what you get, it's what you give. It's this desire, I want to light this person up, and that is the gift to me. I'm seeing them so happy. But also just doing that in your daily life, like learning to discipline your disappointment, not let it take you over, not let it go to despair, or if it's there, how to snap out of it. And then we gave you a tool called the Quality Quantifier that shows you how you can decide how to have this best Christmas you can imagine or the best year you can imagine, what to do within yourself so it's not phony and fake, it's not a pump up, but what are the tools that'll trigger your biochemistry, your own nervous system, to make you feel that strength, and so that you have something to give to those you love. That's what makes us feel alive, not getting, but giving. And don't get me wrong, if you give and give and give, you receive what you've already given, and you receive also, the karmic response of life. And so the third step in this simple process is, if you find the blessings and you're being a blessing, you will be blessed. And we're not talking about it in religious terms. We're just talking about this idea that we all have experiences of life where we experience a boon. There are times when, boy, it feels like nothing works, like everything you try is going wrong, and that life seems like it's against you. But really, if you develop that belief life's happening for me, then it's making me stronger, it's making me dig deeper, it's making me find something more inside myself. And you also hear people talk about grace like it's luck, like, oh, aren't they lucky they have a great job or a great business or a great family? But I really don't think grace is luck. I think grace is a reflection of our contributions. And I think we have a certain amount of grace just being alive. I mean, the gifts of just waking up with your heart beating. But honey, why don't you address what you think of as grace?
Certainly my experience, number one, this moment is grace. All of us connecting in this unique platform, living on this planet, on this rock, spinning in the universe. It's a miracle. And there's so much of a life that we can be blind to when we're inside of our own minds, or we're stressed, or we're in judgment, or blaming another person, or thinking that something should have or shouldn't have happened. It's my experience that grace is all around us. It's not so much of an external thing. It's really, it's something to be noticed. It's something
and
appreciated. The other day I was driving to Walgreens on my way to the airport, and I drove by the bus stop. And there was this guy, he's an older man, and maybe he had his headphones on or whatever, but he was rocking out all by himself. And I was sitting at the stoplight and I was looking at him, and he was just really having a good time. And I felt blessed by that moment, taking in that man's beauty. I didn't even know him, we didn't even make eye contact. I felt grace of this man experiencing just his own joy. The other day, Tony and I were out in our backyard here, and we were having a conversation. And maybe there's like fish in the ocean because birds were, all diving into the ocean. And then all of a sudden, one took flight over top of us. And he and I, like in the same moment, in the same breath, it was just silent. We just watched this being, this bird, this beautiful bird, like fly over us. And in that moment, I felt blessed. I felt the grace of the beauty of that. And I think what's so beautiful is a lot of people think, in life I have to do something good or I have to be this way. No matter what we've done in our life, no matter who we are, what our past is, if we all walk outside, we all feel the sun on our face. And I think that that's the grace of living in this existence. And there's those miracles all around us every single day. And it's really more about witnessing and noticing. It's so simple. The other day too, it's like, it's so funny, I'm using so many animals and things, but just a lot of times it is in nature. It can be in my own home. I was going to give another example, this little ant. Have you ever seen that ant that's like pulling like a leaf or something, and it shouldn't be? And it's like, what the heck? And you feel that awe and wonder, just that mirror of life reflecting back possibility. Or in your own home, sometimes like I'll hear my family, and I might be in the kitchen and they might be in the family room. I'm not even a part of the conversation, but just to hear their laughter or their conversation, it's beautiful. It's grace to actually take that in, to recognize it and specifically notice it. Because that's the gift of slowing down. I think that's one of the beautiful gifts that Tony mentioned about, all that we went through in this, 2020 and the change, is it slowed a lot of us down. It changed our habits, because sometimes in our habits we become blind. And for my own self, I've just noticed that I've noticed more grace in it all, no matter what is happening in the external world, because there's always going to be a challenge. If you turn on the news or you're looking at your social media, anybody can get stirred up in a moment. But, to step outside of that and come back home with inside yourself and just notice during this holiday season, just start to notice and be amazed at the grace that we've all been blessed with.
If we can appreciate instead of expect,
Yes.
like people come to the holidays sometimes with family and the in-laws and the outlaws and all the other people that are there, and people have expectations of how it should be,
Yes.
but people are going to be the way they're going to be, and so instead of having expectations, we always talk about, trade your expectations for appreciation, and your whole life changes in that moment. And this holiday, that's really part of grace. That's part of the blessing. We have a good friend named Michael Singer. You may have read his book, The Untethered Soul, and he has this great quote. He says, grace is like rain. It's falling everywhere. It's all over the place. It's, falling on everything. But we often hold an umbrella over our head called ego, and so we don't get wet. We don't feel the grace. And the ego is all the judgments, and we all have it. You don't want to get charged up about the word ego. It's just fear. When someone else egotistically seems to be egotistical, they're just afraid that they're not enough, that they won't be loved. They're not even aware of it. But what we really want to encourage you to do is to really take in the blessings that are here. You found the blessings, you're being a blessing, and then you'll be blessed. And so we thought there would be something really simple we could give you. There's a tradition we have in our family, and I want to, if we could, give you a little process, real quick one you could do on your own over the next few days or before New Year's. If you do it, I think you'll really be fulfilled. And then we want to give you a gift that we're very excited about, a training that will cost you nothing, that will help you turn 2021 into your best year ever. If you're stuck in or not, we want to show you what to do to make that happen. But let's tell you first the assignment if you're willing to take it on. And that is, every year, for a decade and a half or more, I've done it for about 2 decades now, almost now. What we've done, especially the last, say, 15 years, 12 years, we make a slideshow of the year. Because today, as you know, digital pictures, everybody's got 1 million of them now. And so we do it, and if you've got Apple or Google, whoever, it usually can build a slideshow for you. But we take the time to do it, pick our favorite music, and lay it out, because so much goes on in a year. I mean, it's crazy, the ups and the downs and the in-betweens. And if you just keep moving forward and you don't capture it, sometimes you feel exhausted. And so what we do is we make a slideshow, we all watch it. We just watched it the other day.
We did.
And it's just incredible. I'll let you go. But then after that, if you keep a calendar, which most people do, we pull the calendar out. That's the way we help to use it. And then we pull out our journals, if you have a journal. But everybody's got a calendar, and everybody can create a slideshow. And then we sit down and we do a simple process where we'll write down, okay, by month, What were the great accomplishments of them? Little ones and big ones, not just big ones. And what are some of the magic moments? We make a separate list. And magic moments are like the moment we laughed our guts out, you know, or you had those 3 squirrels come running up on your lap, or the look in your child's eye when you were talking about something. Moments, laughter moments, sacred moments, beautiful moments, because life goes by so quick. So it's great to see what you've achieved, but it's also great to see those little moments, because that's what life is made up of, and that's what stacks you in this beautiful place where you really can live in a beautiful state and you really can be a blessing to others because you've already done the work inside. Like Sage was saying, if you don't focus on it, if you don't stack it, it's there. So we go, what are the accomplishments month by month? So we got them for the year. What are some of the magic moments? And the slideshows help us do that. And we brainstorm together, look at our calendars. And then thirdly, we say, okay, what were the challenges? And what did we learn? And we make a separate list of that. Why don't you share your experience of that?
Absolutely. It's honestly, it's one of my favorite times of the year together. We always just play our favorite music, and it's just sweet. We'll light the fire, and we Tone's journey as a family, we're all kind of having our own experience and just going through, and a lot of times we'd be like, okay, gosh, I forgot about this, and I want to share it.
Yeah, we make our own list, and then we come together as well.
But what's always so insightful, hindsight is always so beautiful because we have the experience that we went through, and sometimes back then we didn't know the gift in it. We weren't awake or aware of how that circumstance really has evolved us or blessed our lives. But what's so beautiful is going back and you look at the year, and sometimes the most painful moments, the most uncomfortable moments, what felt in a moment like it was, brutal. It's beautiful. And it's beautiful because of, oh my gosh, what I forgot? Like, it just caused me to, I tapped into that part of myself. And so we write just all the growths, all the learnings, all the gifts. And at the end of it, because we usually, stack this, and we'll do it on New Year's Eve. We literally will go to the fireplace, and we'll
burn all the pain.
We do. We roll it up.
All the lessons.
Yes.
We keep all the magic, but we burn all the problems.
Anything that just we want to let go of. Yeah. Anything that's no longer needed. Any parts of ourselves that it's just not who I am anymore. We make lists of what we want to let go of. Is there anything we want to let go of? And we burn that too. And we say a prayer, and we read it, and just thank you for the experience, thank you for the insight, thank you for the wisdom, thank you for the deeper connection, and we let it all go. But it's something that's been a really beautiful tradition, and it makes New Year's Eve really purposeful and meaningful for us.
And we do some of it, like the slideshow before Christmas, something, and then we celebrate it all at that time usually. But we cheated this year. We did lots of slideshow early, but we're going to enhance it a little bit more. There's still a few more days out of the year. So just a quick review. If you can, gather your pictures by month, put them in a slideshow, pick some of your favorite music, play it, let it hit you. And then go back, if you have a journal, look at month by month, see what you accomplished. What did we achieve this month? Little things, big things, and then what are the magic moments? And then what were the challenges and solutions? And you can decide to burn it or not, or just keep it as your record. But if you do this, I think your life, I know for us, it's really enriched things. And as the years go by, it's really nice to have this history, because you look back and go, that felt like 10 years ago, and that was 2.5 years ago, that type of thing. And you also see themes of what's occurred. And so I hope you'll do this for yourself. And then finally, we just want to offer you a free gift, and it's a beautiful gift. Last year in the middle of COVID in the summer here, so many people are still trapped in their homes. And Sage and I said, let's do something for everybody worldwide. Let's do a let's do a program. Let's do something people can do from their homes. And so we put together a program, we call it the Comeback Challenge, because my core belief is that this new year is coming. This new year, it's a new world, and it's going to require a new you. And the Comeback Challenge is everybody gets knocked to their knees. We all know that, right? I don't care how strong you think you are. Life will humble you. But the real question in life is not whether you get knocked to your knees by COVID, by financial challenges, by your business, by government regulation, by whatever, but how are you able to get back up and come back? And the best comeback is not just getting back to where you were, it's getting beyond that. So traditionally, most people, if they set goals, they usually do it the first of the year and they make their New Year's resolutions, but they're not resolutions. When you're resolved means you've cut off anything other than what you've committed to. Like every ounce of your soul is there. And if you're resolved, you've got a plan and some action. But most people go, I want to lose 20 pounds, I want to make this money. But they don't really do anything. It's all the research shows is by the first week in February, 85% of people who've set some resolution have already broken it. Most people break it within a week to 10 days. And we want 2021 to be your best year ever. I know that in the midst of COVID and all the uncertainty, that sounds like BS. But it's not, because it can be the best year ever here, and then you can take that out to your world and make the things that make it happen. So like, if you think about, just so you get a reality check, think of something that is in your life today that once was a dream or a desire that you thought, when you first thought about it, you wanted, but you thought it would be impossible. And yet today, that dream or that goal or the desire is in your life. It might be a job, it might have been a relationship, it might have been a business, it might have been a certain economics, it might have been anything, but you found a way to get there. How did you do it? You didn't do it just by writing a resolution. My bet is you obsessed on it. You really focused, you gave it time and energy, and you wanted it so bad you couldn't stop thinking about it. Because where focus goes, energy flows. And then when you focus like that, so have you ever had something that you just kept focusing on, you just couldn't let go of it, and then stuff happened? Suddenly you met somebody or you heard a conversation and it all came together. I'm sure you have. Sometimes focus alone will make the shift by continuous focus. But if you add focus along with it, the second step of massive action and effective execution, which is what we teach, it's like, here's what we're gonna do, and here's the best way to do it in the shortest period of time if you wanna change your body, if you wanna change your relationship, if you wanna create a relationship, if you wanna grow your business, you wanna change your economics, you want more energy in your body. There are strategies. And if you have the wrong strategy, you have all this focus, but I always give a silly metaphor. It's like if your goal was to see a sunset and you started running east, I don't care how positive you are, it's not gonna work. So we wanna share with you the strategies for each area of your life. And we're gonna do this program for 5 days in a row here in January. And we'll give you the dates in a moment here. I'll tell you now, January 21st to the 25th. And you can do it from your home, and there's zero charge for it. You can attend, you can bring your whole family there. Last year in the summer, we did this with 400,000 people. So this year we hope to reach 500,000 people here in January. New world, new you, new life. That's what this is really all about, giving you the tools around your body, your emotions, your relationships. And there'll be a link somewhere below you can click on and get yourself enrolled and give yourself this gift right away. And you can even click and send this to somebody else as well and invite a friend or family member to join you somewhere else in the world. So we really want to serve you, but I hope you'll do what we've already offered you here. Capture this year, because you can't build on failure. There's so many blessings in this year, and if you can see them, feel them, the magic moments, the accomplishments, things you overcome, and if you can learn from the challenges, then let's set you up with that sense of joy and awe. Let's go spend 5 days, we'll spend about 90 minutes a day together, and you'll be able to do it from the comfort of your home and set up 2021 to rock, to crush it, to go to the next level. So that no matter what happens in the outside world, you know that you're more than anything can happen to you. And you know that you're gonna be able to take care of yourself and your family no matter what. And we'll bring you the best of what we have, and we'll bring you some of our core associates, people that we really love and respect and learn from as well. If you'd like to join us, first of all, click below right away while you're in state and join us if you want to. It's called, or you can go to make2021myyear.com.
I love that.
2021myyear.com. Or just click the link.
It's been beautiful to be with you. Please, we look forward to seeing you. As Tony mentioned, I love the title of this, make2021myyear.com. We really pray that you come and join us then, okay? God bless to you all. Have a beautiful holiday, and we'll see you soon.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. Whatever your belief structures are, we hope you celebrate with your family. You take this special time of the year in, and you find and share the blessings of life. No matter what has been happening, there is a deeper, richer experience waiting for all of us who are willing to dig for it and not just accept whatever life offers on the external. Go deep, enjoy your holiday, and we hope you have all the love that you desire and deserve. God bless.
God bless.